yung nagtatanong on how we process or kung paano yung ginawa namin to register our online marriage to the Philippine Statistics Authority. Kahapon, dumating yung PSA marriage certificate namin, which is the report of marriage na isinend namin sa Philippine Consulate General in San Francisco. Nag-request ako ng marriage certificate namin last March 3 and March 10, I think, dumating yung PSA marriage certificate namin dito sa bahay. So, by means of the PSA Service. You may search Report of Marriage in San Francisco and click the Civil Registry, Philippine Consulate General. This is the Civil Registry of the Philippine Consulate General in San Francisco. And as we can see here, there is a procedure and requirements such as the report of birth, report of marriage, judicial recognition of foreign divorce, report of death, and the downloadable forms. Click the report of marriage, and these are the requirements. 1. Cover letter indicating your request to report a marriage with contact information, example, your mobile or telephone number, email address, and permanent address. Next one is 5. Original duly accomplished report of marriage or the ROM forms, and these are the entries must be made. Third is 1 original and 4 photocopies of affidavit of delayed registration of marriage duly notarized when reporting the marriage a year or more after its occurrence. Otherwise, there is no need to submit said affidavit. And number 4 is 5 photocopies of marriage certificate or contract issued by the Office of Vital Records or any other appropriate office of the state where the marriage took place. The following deals must be indicated. And for number 5, 5 photocopies of birth certificate of both husband and wife. For foreign national, birth certificate issued by the country of birth, and for Filipino, PSA authenticated birth certificate. Number 6 is 5 photocopies of valid passport of both husband and wife together with any of the following. Next is letter B, which is the additional requirements if it is applicable in your case, so you need to do it. The next step is letter C, which is the processing fee. So you need to follow all the instruction mentioned. And if you wish to send your application by mail, you need to make 1 cover letter indicating your request to report the marriage with contact information, and I will give an example of this later. Second is to submit all the requirements mentioned above. Item 20, in all 5 duly accomplished ROM forms must be notarized by a notary public. Number 3 is to provide a self-addressed stamped return envelope with appropriate stamps and tracking number. Do not put the name of the Philippine Consulate as the sender should the shipping label is to bill the sender. And also do not send white letter envelopes as your return documents will not fit. And lastly is the processing fee of $25 payable in money order, bank draft, certified check, or cashier's check made payable to Philippine Consulate General. Please do not enclose cash. Personal checks are not accepted. Upon completion of the above-mentioned requirements, mail your document to the address of the Philippine Consulate General, 447 Sutter Street, 6th floor, San Francisco, California, 94108 USA. And this is the cover letter you need to make. First is the name of the sender, the address, mobile number, email address, followed by the address of the Philippine Consulate General in San Francisco. Then the date. Also, the nature of the submission must be report of marriage. Just write to whom it may concern. Enclosed, please find my report of marriage form and supporting documents. Contents include 5 original duly accomplished report of marriage contracted abroad form, 5 photocopies of the marriage license certificate, 5 photocopies of PSA authenticated birth certificate of both husband and wife, 5 photocopies of valid passport and certificate of naturalization of husband and valid Philippine passport of Filipino spouse, and self-addressed stamp return envelope with appropriate stamps and tracking number, and also the processing fee of $25 bank draft. And also, we provide affidavit of explanation since I have no visa and they are searching for an explanation why I haven't have a visa. So I sent this letter of explanation to them as I stated that I, my name, Filipino citizen of legal age, holder of the Philippine passport number, my passport number issued in where my passport issued on date of the issued and presently residing at my current address in the Philippines. So do hereby depose and say that I have no US visa because of the COVID-19 pandemic which affect the date of my marriage to my husband's name, and also put your husband's address and also the date of your original wedding day, and say or just write why you don't have a visa. Also in number 2, that I will have no US visa because my petition is pending and being processed at the National Visa Center. And lastly, number 3, that I am executive this affidavit to attest to the veracity of my statements. In witness whereof, I hereby affix my signature this date in the city of where your husband is located in the USA or where you are located. Then put your printed name and the signature above. And remember, before you send this letter to them, it should be notarized by the notary public to make it valid. So one tip, after your online marriage, please report it, no? Mag-register agad kayo. Report your marriage sa Philippine Consulate General in San Francisco. Kahapon, nakuha ko na po yung PSA marriage certificate namin, which is the report of marriage din naman. And now, it's valid to the Philippines. Ganun lang po yung process namin. So, ngayon, nag-aantay na lang po kami na ma-review ng NVC or National Visa Center yung petition sa akin ni husband to go in the United States.